guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Hannah and I'm the mom with muscle. And in today's video, we are doing a clean with me / redecorate my kitchen. So if this is something you are interested in watching, just keep on watching. But if you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know to hit that bell button for every time I upload a video. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, I would love to have you over at Mom with Muscle. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So I have not done a video like this before on my channel. I've never done like a clean with me type video. I know these are very popular. A lot of people enjoy watching them. We're shifting gears here on my channel. So give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy videos like this. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys into my kitchen. I have already cleared all of my counter space off. I'm gonna clean and yeah, we're gonna redecorate. This is a space that I decorate frequently because let's be real, I'm in my kitchen about 80% of the day. Between the girls, that we have an open concept, our TV is to the right of me, so I'm constantly in my kitchen. So I really enjoy kind of mixing things up every now and then just to freshen it up. And so it doesn't just feel stale and I have the same decor all the time. So like I said, I've cleared all of my countertops. We're gonna go clean and redecorate. So let's get into this video. All right guys, welcome to my kitchen. As you can see, my countertops are fully cleared. I'm gonna start cleaning here. The all-purpose cleaner that I use is by Young Living. No, it is not sponsored. I absolutely love this stuff. I've talked about it on my channel many times. It is called Thieves. It is so good. It smells amazing. It is made with 100% essential oils infused. It's all natural. So if, you know, for whatever reason my kids got a hold of it, I just love it for its safety. It's all natural and it's just really, really yummy smelling. So let's get into cleaning my countertops. This is where we keep our like home Alexa, so there's not really much I can do too much with this space, but we will see how we can decorate it. Usually on this little section, it's kind of like its own little peninsula over here in my kitchen. I'll typically do like my fruit bowl, but I kind of want to mix things up a little bit, but let's see what we come up with. And Amazon, can we make it so these aren't so bulky? For like people that love aesthetics, can we just tone them down a hair so they're not so big? Just saying. All right, so we are in the kind of main corner of my kitchen. This is where I love to house like my cooking books and more of like my decor items. So if you guys have been with me for a while, you will know that I absolutely hate the sight of outlets. I understand it is part of having a kitchen, but if I can try to mask them, I try to the best that I can. So I'm going to be starting with a beautiful wood riser. I got this from a vintage shop here in San Diego. I absolutely love it. It is just a beautiful warm tone brown with little feet on there. So I'm gonna put that at a diagonal. My kitchen does have a lot more cooler tones between the gray, the black. So I like to bring in warmer tones like cutting boards and different wood risers to just kind of break up the tones there. Next, I'm bringing in some of my cooking books. I love the kinfolk tables, some beautiful recipes there. I'm just going to style the books there off to the right side of the riser. You can kind of see I'm trying to camouflage that outlet right there. Next, I have my cooking book stand. I'm just gonna have it right there on top. Flip to a beautiful, inspiring recipe. This is the Magnolia Table cooking book, and I love this guacamole coming into summertime. So I'm just going to stack that cooking book right on top. I'm loving this because of the height. I always love to layer as much as I can. If I can raise the surface by any ways, if I can style on top of something, I always try to do that just because it creates different heights, it creates dimension, and you're breaking up the tones within your styles. So here we have that. Now, if you can see over here, there are two more outlets that I need to try to mask. So what I'm going to do is bring in a cutting board. This simple cutting board is from Target. This is from the Threshold line. So what I like to do is I'm just going to pop that in. And one thing nice, this riser is actually keeping that cutting board upright. The next element I am bringing in my vintage vessel, and I have some florals in there. They are definitely on their way out, but they're actually going to look rather beautiful dried. So I have that just styled there in my vessel, and I'm gonna have that off-centered. If you guys can see, I just have masked both of those outlets by utilizing some of my decor elements. And the last item of this kind of corner is I'm going to bring in a beautiful burning candle. Last and final aspect of this kind of corner is my KitchenAid mixer. I got this KitchenAid mixer as a Christmas gift from my husband. It is the special edition mixer from Williams-Sonoma. I absolutely love it. It is neutral. It is all white. I love the studded bowl here on the exterior, and it just makes for a beautiful appliance to be styled on your kitchen counters. So that is the next aspect and final aspect of this corner. All right, so the next, obviously my stove. So I'm going to be starting with my cutting boards and layering them. I'm gonna be starting with this beautiful vintage cutting board. It is used, it is worn, it's massive. If you guys can see it compared to my body, I mean, it's a pretty big size cutting board with the handle there. I did get this from an antique shop here in San Diego. I actually don't use it. It is 100% meant for decor. And then I'm actually going to bring in a round. Don't be afraid to mix your shapes, mix your tones, mix your textures. It just makes for something a little bit more interesting to look at. This one I did get from Home Goods. It is not worn, it's not used, it is brand new. It's got the handle there with the leather detailing. But for this guy, I'm actually going to style it like so. That way you can kind of see the shape and that they are different. The next aspect is bringing in this wicker bowl. I actually just got this from Target. I thought this was really cute for summer. It is from the Hearth and Hand section and it was priced at $20. Isn't that pretty? And I love it because it does sit rather low. So I'm going to be doing kind of a more of a styling moment here. You guys should know me. I'm bringing in some different lemons. All right, so here are my bowl of lemons, and I'm just gonna style that off to the side. Lastly, I'm going to stick one of my beautiful kitchen towels in. This is from my sister's shop. It's got the little fringe bottom there, very neutral with the beige and white paneling. And lastly, I'm just gonna add some of these for color. I did get these out of my sister's most recent spring box. So just a little bit of attention to detail, and there you have it, just off to the side of your stove. Aspect of the stove, I'm just adding my marble spoon rest just on top of the stove. If I want to move it around, I can, but that way it's not cluttering too much of my countertops. If I want, I can pull it off to the side, but for right now, I'm just gonna style it on top of the stove. Last little corner of my countertops is where the more functional items are gonna come into play, starting with my knife block. Next aspect, you guys should recognize this. You guys love this tray. Oh my gosh, I have sold so many of these. This is one of my favorite finds from Home Goods. It is in a Riverstone concrete. It is not perfect, which I love as far as the shape goes, but this is what I use to house all of my essentials when it comes to cooking. So I typically will push this back into the corner like so. Let me give it a nice clean real quick. And as a side note on this tray, I have only found one company that makes an exact replica of it, so I will link all of that information down below. But like I said, I did get this from Home Goods about 3 or 4 years ago. So I've done my research trying to find it, trying to be able to link it for you. And good news is I did find it just at a different brand. All right, the first aspect, I am bringing in some greens. These are some real eucalyptus that I got from Trader Joe's. And then I have it paired with this vase. I don't know if you guys recognize this vase, but I did get this from Amazon. I think last year. It's got the woven leather there. So I'm just gonna style this back there. Next, obviously my servingware, my cooking spoons, my salad spoons, all the things that I need in order to cook. And then I have it paired in this vintage vessel. I'm just gonna style that to the left of it. Next, you guys should recognize my amazing pepper grinders. I got this guy on Amazon, and I got this guy from Modern Wear Market, but I love them styled together. Last two aspects are my olive oil decanter, as well as my pinch dish for my salt. So I'm gonna style these here. Sometimes, like right now, I don't like the way that looks, so I'm just gonna mess with it just a hair, so that way everything goes. It's kind of like a puzzle, to be honest. Just gotta get it just right. this is the last aspect of my kitchen countertops. It's just this little nook that is right on the side of my coffee bar. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about this moment. I don't want to say her name, otherwise she'll turn on, but we use this daily for timers and whatnot for our grocery lists. It's unfortunate with like how big they make these cords, and there's really no way to mask it, so it is what it is. But I'm going to be bringing in this pedestal bowl. This is, I believe, from Crate & Barrel or Pottery Barn, one or the other. I will definitely link it, but it's just in a white, and this is kind of our drop station for our fruit. Now that my pump dispensers are full, I'm just gonna add my scrubber brush. And then there is no rhyme or reason why I do this, but I love to go out to my garden and just clip off a fresh sprig of rosemary just for color. I don't know, it's just a little attention to detail. And then I'm also just adding some of these just for some color to tie in my lemons, and just, I don't know why. It's just something that I do. I know it doesn't last, but that little attention to detail makes me happy. All right, the last portion of this entire clean with me and redecorate is obviously my kitchen island. So I'm going to be starting with this wicker tray that I got from Home Goods a few years ago. Again, I will try to link a similar option down below, but I love incorporating wicker for the spring and summertime. I just love the texture. I love bringing in the warmth. And yeah, I love that it's got the little handles there. It's just a really, really universal tray to style with. Next aspect, my Pottery Barn vessel. You guys should recognize this guy. One of my favorite vessels to style with. Next aspect is obviously some stems. You guys should recognize these. These are from Hobby Lobby. These are one of my go-to stems right now, because I love that they just are simple and they just scream spring to me because of the regrowth. They're just barely sprouting. You can really manipulate the stems on these, so you can pull them apart, you can make them uneven, and it's still very airy, so you can see through these stems, which is nice for an island when you are entertaining and having people over. All right, so since this space is not very large, I'm not going to overcrowd it too much. All I'm going to do is add this really beautiful tray that I got from a vintage store. It is in a kind of marbly concrete. So I'm gonna set that there off to the right of my vessel. I'm gonna bring in that same candle that I have burning in the corner. I think if you are bringing in scent to any room, to keep it the same all the way throughout, that way your notes, your scents are not clashing. All right, and then the last aspect, I am just bringing in another one of my kitchen towels that I got from my sister's shop, neutral, and I'm just going to kind of place it there in the tray. You cannot go wrong having too many kitchen towels styled. So that is the last little portion of the kitchen island. Today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming into my kitchen and doing this clean with me / redecorate. I'm really happy with how my new kitchen decor looks. Like I said, I'm constantly changing stuff in my home. Most definitely my kitchen, just because I spend so much time here that I love to just change things, mix things around, see what works, what doesn't work. So don't be afraid to do this in your own kitchen. And until next time, I love you so much, and we'll see you guys then.